The countdown has been counted down. And yes, Buffet, to rub your eyes one more time and look at that CAF Champions League table and results. We are not in it anymore. It is what it is. But before I talk to Paya, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to the Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. I am your host, KB, and this is the Box Chat Live therapy session. It's not a show, it's a session. We are here to share, and we are supposed to come back and go back to our families as better pioneers for this session. For those who haven't seen one of these, especially live, this is, like I said, the Box Chat Live therapy session where we talk all things Pagania. I think you guys can see on the right-hand side of the screen, we have the topics, and you can see in the middle of the screen, as much as you can see me, the guests of the show, even the one that is missing. Bafethu, Dintangda, Bafethu. Come on, where are the smiles, huh?
We are here, KB.
Hi, we are here, KB. Hi, Recebedise, we are here.
Recebedise, KB. Mara.
Cheers.
Mara di paya.
Cheers, ne? Fede. Is that your Pagania feeling for the day? You are still in tears. I just need to establish it at the start of the show.
We are humble.
Okay. I feed. Mr. Ben.
Sure, boss.
What is your Pagania heart saying to your human brain?
It's happy, feature.
Happy, tango! Wow, positivity. At least right, in this show.
Yeah.
At least right, positivity. Who do we look to for
They
such?
are the happy people.
Tango. Yeah, so otherwise.
No, well, I can't say can't complain. I can complain, but yeah, it's
That's right.
Yeah, the art of complaining, Vela, is to make a change. And so if you're complaining right now, you better be building that case. if not, then then you're just giving the Lupopo fans more tears to drink. Because actually, dog, I don't know what stream it was, gents. There was a certain stream where Lupopo fans just came into the comments before the game, dog, before the second leg. Lupopo fans were all Pirates fan channel. Yeah, you guys suck. And then they just bounced, you know. So all complaining. I know what happened. You guys remember when we had the whole when we beat Nigeria or we drew against Nigeria, as my fun.
Yeah.
But then it was a game to symbolize what we are going through by the time it happened. Oh, I discovered many Nigerian fan channels when that happened. just go see loss. So I'm guessing after Limpopo changed their lives, Corona, they had to come and discover Orlando Pirates fan channel. Let me see where I can go see some people crying. So yeah, gents, that's how it is on this side of the river Buffet too. Well, like I said before we just went live, I was telling you guys the topic it is running. So I guess as I'm speaking about Lupopo, I'm already going, or I've already entered the fray of the CAF therapy. And so I will start with you, Mr. Chaos. Where were you when Yanela Mbutuma skied the innocent ball?
Did it sky it?
In order for... Okay. So if you remember that specifically, it means you remember exactly where you were.
Me, let me tell you where I was, bro.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, Mbutsuma, the first taker. Guys, bear in mind, our first pick was Hoto and he missed. And then because sudden death, the Misale first taker, Mbutsuma, I place her. Alasa keeper. Keeper was far away from Mbutuma's place, but
You know where I was? I was asking myself, Hore, who it's Alang? How did he miss that? Oh, hey, utlabile be phone. Do not disturb mfethu. I'm paganieng. Hey, I'm listening.
sorry about that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, he bounced. Mr. Penn,
Sure, boss.
where were you when the impossible happened? I don't know if you caught the watch along. Let me just say this. I don't know if you caught the watch along, but in fact, I know you didn't catch the watch along. I know that you were busy meaning wherever you were. But Mr. Coach actually walked out of the room. He's like, I don't want to see this one. I don't know why he chose Mbutupa's penalty specifically to do the walkout, but he did the walkout, and I had to break the news. And there's even a part from the watch along that I have to actually make a clip of. When he returned and he saw the highlights, he's like, who's Mr. So where were you?
I was in Orlando Stadium.
Yo! That's why also. Oh, you. Thank you very much for actually joining the stream. Right, this chat live of today. Thank you very much, Mr. Ben. We appreciate it a lot. And since you were at the stadium, Kikopa first-hand account. Yeah, hore hwetsa itseng ka 9/11 ya Lupupu.
9/11 Uchojwa.
No, I'm just saying the disaster when it happened. First-hand account.
Man, you know, I think the most painful part of that day of being in Orlando Stadium watching that game for the 90 minutes in the penalty shootout, it isn't the fact that we lost and are not going through, but it's the fact that we lost to a team that just played dirty football.
Yes.
A team that just told themselves that we're gonna dirty our way into the group stages. Like, that is the most painful part of it all. If you had seen it in the stadium, like if you're in the stadium, there's so many things that were going on that were probably not on camera. They would fall outside the line, and then he would run back into the pitch and then go fall on the pitch so that they waste time. There's this guy who was out for a good 10 minutes. When they brought the stretcher, he kicked it. There's just so many things in virtue. If game nearly 90 minutes, I'm sure like maybe 65, 70. The other time was just them doing funny things. I understand that following time delay tactics and all those things, but not like that. Like I
On another level this time.
V2, no. That's not football. If you want to beat us, you beat us cleanly on the pitch. As a matter of fact, I'm sure anyone who watched the game, if you saw how we dominated the team, can you honestly believe that we lost 3-0 to them in Congo?
Now,
What's about King? That is a very good question, Chief. What's about why?
Exactly.
Okay, no,
exactly.
Carry on, yeah.
Exactly. But if it did happen, there's no way it was clean because of the things that we saw. Now that's why I was on the broadcast it loads. So you're the most painful part of it all. It was just too date.
that's not football.
Yeah, I'm fair to I just want to stick on you just a little bit longer because we were having too much we speculate here in this when we do our watch alongs, especially because one, we don't even hear the commentator. So we are basically on our own in terms of what we are seeing. But yeah, man, the whole behind closed doors thing, it does beg the question, especially if you look at the way that they played. So for devil's advocate, there are 10 seconds in here, like, yeah, one of devil's advocate is not welcome here today. But for devil's advocate, there are 10 seconds. Are you saying what it was behind closed doors because maybe never kappa, and then when we are trying to complain and nobody's listening, then they go and score a lucky goal? I don't know. And then the last thing I want to ask in this question, I just want to say, Hore, was it behind closed doors to be even more unfair than they were on the actual day, Orlando? Or what? You know, that's the question. But then I think I saw Hore, yes, the third goal that they scored in Lubumbashi was 90 plus 14. 90 plus 14. You basically played a whole half of extra half. If you of extra time, sorry. If you play a whole 14 minutes added on, everybody, if you don't believe me, go Google it, go see the game. Yeah, that first leg, the third goal was scored 120th minute. So yeah, man, how do you feel about that?
You see, that's exactly what I was saying. That no, it's not a. I don't take that loss. That one is not a loss. It's a loss because of everything that was done in the background. But on the field of play, no ways. Like, you know, the confidence that they had to do what they did in a sold out Orlando stadium just showed me exactly what they would do in their home ground when no television, no one watching. So if you know Orlando, they can come into those funny things that you saw on TV. Imagine if you could see those things on TV, but then go in their home ground, you don't see anything. I mean, I heard Monip Joseph talk about how they would even like Balkwajisa go changing room before the game. We're banging your guys' changing room. They like Mfetuki hostile environment. But look, here's where for me, which like what killed me for like impolating what's on our fella. Okay, the coach's post match interview. They suffered. We came here to Orlando. We're suffering a lot. We suffered because of the fans. There's too much fans, too much noise. We are suffering. So the only way to win is we must just accept it. We're gonna suffer and just continue. So at first I didn't get what he meant. Like suffering, because I mean in their stadium it was a sold out stadium, and I don't understand what he meant. And then one of the journalists asked him that, are you proud of the football you guys played? You know, do you take this win as like a proud win and all those things? Or do you know, I kind of embarrassed of what you guys had to do? And then that's when he continues like, no, we knew we have to suffer. We had to accept that we have to suffer. So, you know, we knew that we just have to suffer and continue. And that's the only way we're going to win the game. So now in that context, it's so in this context, suffering is those things they were doing. Those things.
I'm like, I'm asking myself as you speak, like, wait, who's suffering? Like, wait, are you talking about Ouaddou or who's saying these comments of suffering?
Exactly.
What the hell, bro? Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, if you can even play victim, and I mean they were suffering in order for to take the victory and win. It for me just was like, you know what, Kiki, it's the unfortunate dirty football that we come like CAF and all. So I just guess next time this happens, once the team is on fit to Konoro, we shall be home in our win. We'll just score more goals as well. Because if we're gonna play it as dirty as them, then I'm gonna fit up all arena. Look at how the red cards came about. Look, the red card came about because they wanted to delay time and hold the ball.
That's a
So
perfection of dark arts, if you ask me.
Fetty motho ha tseya bolo he se tsa e tsamaisa a re isa ko center wa e shapa Moremi wa mkwatshisa umshapa ka headbutt Moremi wa mo pusha Moremi gets the red card and this guy who fakes this injury stays on the pitch.
Bruh. He's the instigator.
He stays on the pitch. Kena Mukoko Oasena.
Mukoko. Yeah, my feet too. Usually when they say go to the police station, it's to implicate the refs and maybe who paid the ref or whatever. This time we are going for a straight up football assault, football fraud for Mukoko.
Yeah.
Straight.
The whole team, everything that they Sapphire
Leona, it deserves a scrutiny.
Level TP they do these type of things also. Level first leg. Oh, actually, when you play there in Congo, there in Kinshasa, they don't televise because these are the type of things they do. And the game apparently when they landed at the airport. From landing at the airport, what's this? Bus driver but say ba isa fair 2-3 hours away ku TP Mazembe. Ba fitla ku TP Mazembe la. Oh, I thought you guys were playing here and then go on closer.
That story never ceases to kill me, bro.
And in fact, all professional players, they like what Vachali, and all those people will like they'll tell you those things about. So, so if anything, I actually also want to commend Jose Riviero for being able to win all those away fixtures last season.
Okay. No, I'll commend them too, but none of them were in such countries. And you know what I mean when I say such.
But look, it's a North African thing because Bonabo Esperance, yeah, more.
Okay.
North Africa, they just their style of play. They are dirty and they don't mind.
Are you telling me that the bus driver taking me to the wrong location is their style of football?
How Dwana Pella if when I'm fit to we put it already, I'm going to get this win no matter what. I'm not getting it on the pitch only. If it means I must go plant bed bugs there in their beds in the hotel, they'll go
football.
Plant bed bugs. That's football. That's not football.
That's what I'm asking, Uti. What kind of style of play has to do with the bus driver?
Ke go tella lena ko coffee le dijo ka ofela ke faka Brooklaks. And then that's football.
That is not chemical engineering, Buffett. That's not how chemical engineering works.
Why also I can't
where on the pitch? On the pitch.
Why manje it's off the pitch?
Come on. This is unfair.
But yeah, anyway, I would say here with that aside, that's why I say I'm happy. I am the happy people because, I mean, I wasn't in Congo. I didn't see what happened in Congo. But then given what I saw in Orlando Stadium, I can say, hooray, I know really.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ben. No, you're right, dog. If they are going to be, I don't know if they were better at home and worse in Orlando, but you know how it is. Your best behavior, you put it on when you go to somebody else's house. And at home, especially when nobody's watching. So if you're going to go to somebody else's house and act like that, then I don't know. Mr. Chaos, where were you when that penalty was scored? Exactly, Pete.
Hey, man. First of all, I'd like to apologize for that, man. I had an important call there.
No problem.
For the happy people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, man, I was literally watching it. I won't lie to you. Nigga, look what happened.
Yeah.
Dikele di diawa. Re minyile machisa ko morao.
Yeah.
We came back from the 3-0 down. Mbotoma Cup, it's over. Hey man, I was sure like he was gonna net it like for real. I was so sure. Alasha keeper. Kantikela polo yakwa
Yes.
on the floor. On the floor. And
Is that where you
the
were?
keeper did
On
not.
the floor. Yeah.
That's what the ball was.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
But we'll honestly we'll have to like pay respect to the whole team of Pirates, man. They showed like that spirit, man. And the full
Yeah.
stadium. Yeah,
I'll give him one of
they
these.
showed us what they
And what's about
exactly.
King? The fact that you can
I
talk
would say
about
the
the
whole
results.
brand, Munna. The
The whole
whole brand,
brand.
the ghost, the fans.
Why
Like,
didn't we get 14 minutes? Why didn't we
how?
get 14 minutes extra when we score 4? Like
The fourth one. No, I won't even say why don't we get 14. I'll say where has anybody ever heard of 14 minutes of extra time?
of extra time. Yeah, you're right. I've never heard of such, man.
But
How?
I say I commend the ghost because I you know, even on the day when I went, I actually didn't even buy a ticket. Kiri, I invite you. There's no way the stadium will be sold out. They'll lose a 3-0. Like lebaring in feature. I
Trappen
don't
is
think
a smart man.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, when I got there, yeah, it's sold
Okay.
out. And even when I was inside, I was like,
We
okay,
knew
it's
that we were
actually
gonna
sold
come
out.
back.
Like, yeah, it's like Mapagania athletes. We came to witness Pirates come back from a 3-0
Exactly.
lead.
Came to win.
So right now, Fetu, I continue. We are 3-0 FC, and Saturday nje one mistake nje Alinde Mokoena ba re ke mang Ronwen Williams ra shapa 3-0 la.
Ka e bona Saturday le ka osane.
Ya ka sane guaranteed phela tshwanetse ro phumula game ka bona. Plus le last season ba re ntshitse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish.
If
Yeah.
anything vele o batla to sa confidence ya motho mo starter vele like tshwanetse no starter vele. Now if anything talking play man ke hot.
Why? Okay.
Guys,
How if you can miss the first penalty and
Oh,
you
you
are
mean
the person
penalties wise? Yeah.
tapping the most.
Yeah.
But tapping the
Hold
most,
on.
you can't miss the first
Yeah,
penalty.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
especially when it comes to big moments like that. Feed.
How if in a full stadium like that, or no kashapo can miss riding it. And you know, I
But
remember last we talked about how a Pelahocho is the highest paid. You hold 500,000,
yeah,
and he works very hard. Hey nigga, after that they gotta reduce his salary, bro. That's not
Mr. Ben, come
500,000.
no, I
on.
think so.
We have lost. We have
I
wait.
think it's the winning
Re
ticket.
tshwetse bokae last season ko semi-final. Ne le bokae? Yona tšhelete eo re lose it because of Hotu. Mbutuma mfethu ke ntho tse ba re keng
Yeah,
di a etsahala and Mbutuma o sa le ntwana ka ona fihla ko Pirates and as a matter of fact now I don't even blame him because he actually scored the second goal. Hotu.
Full stop, Hotu.
And Marale coach Leonid Chilori, you know, in hindsight, he could have actually brought on Mabasa before the shootout.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Talking about the shootout. I feel Mr. Coach kept on saying, "Hey, a shootout is a shootout, but studying the players or studying how these people actually dive and who is most likely to put the penalty is also something important." So, in that regard, hore. Yeah, maybe we didn't do too much penalty work in training for this game. So, hey, I don't know what to say about that.
No, don't forget Pela hore ankere ho dlala le Sundowns or ho dlala le Chiefs. Ankere wa ba sheba bona di-player tse bo Pule Moji bo Mokoena bo mang ba ntse ba tseya di-penalty game after game.
Yeah.
Now, Lupopo, if they are playing a CAF game in the background,
And their league hasn't even started, bro. I think they're only like one game in it or something like that.
But the point I'm making, it surely they play their games behind closed doors. So where you gonna study these kickers they kick?
Oh, hey, ke advantage engwe.
Besides the
And
kickers,
you see, they have an advantage. They can go online right now on YouTube and check our games.
Yes, of course. Yes.
And
yes.
then we can do that. So you see,
I'm also in for Chain. Where was Chain? I saw TV one.
chain in you if no did go stadium, no trouble, or high man. Le moral high man, spirits are high.
What was going on?
I
Really?
don't know.
We were actually counting on him more than the players.
Yeah.
We're counting on him for the
Fetch, why is it close up?
Okay, but Chain, come on.
Why
He's
is
been
it
saving up
a
for
coach
like
anything?
the past 2 seasons.
But
He's
later,
been saving it.
the plan wasn't to go to penalties. The plan was to score 4 or 5 goals.
Exactly.
Yeah. I saw that from minute 1 when it comes to intention.
Yeah, mara wa bona o dlala le team e dlalang jwalo monna. They take away 20-30 minutes of playing time. Where are you gonna get those goals from?
Hey, no. I'm starting to look at dark arts in another way. I think I was burnt too hot with dark arts in this game, especially because now it's like, okay, so if you have 90 minutes, you only play 60. Okay, no, yeah, no, comment about it.
Very Mukoko was using very Sasha Fierce. I can say Lord K again to you. Go for that one into Sasha Fierce.
I can say because some ele alter ego ya Beyonce. I can say hey
I pitch my one some was kaya ni gueso. And it's what I learned one that's why it's
Yeah, can you keep beautiful nightmare?
I let up one of my face.
Bafethu, unfair. So, Mr. Chaos, when you're saying, after hearing all of these nuances and the fact that, Bafethu, we can't fight against non-football things,
Exactly.
do you still feel like the way Ben is saying he's happy? Because I guess to summarize how you are saying it, we did absolutely everything and more on the pitch that we could have ever done to win that game.
Definitely, bro.
We lost 3-0. Perspective also. We 3-0 in 120 minutes or 130. I don't even know, but 100 and something minutes is how we lost 3-0, right?
Yeah, they could have added another 90. You don't know. And it was behind closed doors.
But then we won 3-0 in 60 minutes.
Yes.
Shooting Pagani is strong. Let me. I was about to switch over to Ntantla. If you can hear us, Ntantla, try maybe turn down the quality on your camera. If not, you can just switch off your camera and just be Vega audio. We'll still be able to hear you. So if you do hear us right now, you can just give us your opinion on the game. Okay, error no connection for now. So we'll see when he's back. But I think he did hear the question. And I'm pretty sure he was probably here to vent about that. So if I just have to give Chaos one more chance to say, Hore, now that we won 3-0 in 60 minutes and lost 3-0 in 150 minutes, what do you just have to say to the boys? Flowers given, or do you have criticism, or how do you feel, Chief?
I'm on both sides, my man. Like flowers given, but they could have done better on top of that because we have depth on the substitution bench. The coach could have done more as well. And like we blame everyone because come on, the fans did everything. The fans were there for the team, brother. So we blame not just the coach, but also the team as a whole, all of them.
Sure.
But they did what they had to do because we know Pirates can score 8 goals, guys. You guys know that, right? Pirates is a team that can score 8 goals on 1 minute. So like, we're just wondering, Hore, I'm not even surprised that they scored those 3 goals, man. Here at home.
Yeah.
But they could have done more. Yeah, they could have done more, definitely.
Fade. Ntlantla, thoughts on the game there and the whole tie and the fact that we have tears now?
Hey, CAF therapy. Yo,
Yes.
to be honest, I'm so gutted. I'm gutted. I can't believe Rutsuile at this stage of the game where last season we were semi-finalists.
Yes.
Very tough pill to swallow. Very tough pill to swallow. And to get knocked out in such a manner with our form. Imagine all these games we've been playing, not conceding goals. The first game, first game that we lose, CAF in such a way, we concede 3 goals. I mean, that was a bad way to start the.
Yeah, I think with you, Ntlantla, I think try switch off your camera and just be there audio. Let's just give him 2 seconds, see how it goes.
Okay, let me try it.
Yeah. Aware? Looks like you're still there from our side. Woo! Ish. And Mr. Ben, I'm not sure how much we got. I'll cry once I find out the amount. Being semi-finalists, the rankings, because actually I'm sure they're probably going to win two CAFs because we're used to them doing so. Just in general, because those rankings, it's a Club World Cup. I get it, they only matter if somebody wins the CAF more than once. And if you just have to go through the CAF list and you'll see, it's not guaranteed that Al Ahly won't win it more than once in a 4-year span. So for us to go out like this, I think I do care about those rankings. Mr. Coach was trying to tell me, it doesn't matter. It just needs somebody not to win. But alas.
Fetu, I wonder the less you can talk about CAF this season, the better.
The less we can talk about Africa.
Out. The more you're going to talk about it, the next thing you're going to start saying now is Sundowns, Ronwin Williams, Cardoso. We are out there. So we must just accept it next season. But now, this is why I was saying, already, now I understand why, like, Pela Riviero so called Galaxy, and it was a clean game, by the way. It was nothing like this. Yeah, these things normally happen at the semi-final and all. And then he struggled Zhuaning and then eventually overcome Zhuaning and then made it to the semi-finals. So Leona, no, like I could say coachable moments would have been hore. These guys are gonna come here and pick a fight and fall every time you touch them and all those things. So we must be as clean as possible, never fight them, and let them get the red cards. Because the Moremi red card obviously ruined a lot. Like, imagine we need 2 more goals minimum, and one of your fastest wingers just got a red card. So it's more police, only one. It was a disadvantage. We still overcome them and got the goals, but you see, there's these small things. I see why. You see, having gone through this pain this year, next year it's a nice coachable moment with the same bunch, maybe 2 or 3 players in and out, and they can overcome it. No matter where you go in Africa, no matter what funny things they do, you come back with the results.
Yeah, fade too. No, you are right, and I think this actually opens up a bigger, how teachable moment. It opens up that conversation. Yeah, already dark arts vele di spana wrong. Just before I read the comments, I'm about to read some comments, but I was just thinking we should have a conversation one day about dark arts, because you just said right now, hey guys, we're going to Africa, we're going to be playing against these guys, they're going to be using these kind of tactics. And when I think about it, and I think about Atletico Madrid and the Italian teams, it's not necessarily about we're going to play badly and we're going to fool the ref not to see Hurricane Hata off camera and all of that stuff. It's actually like this. If you came to play football and the other team came for dark arts, the flow of the game is going to be dark. And then the referee is just going to try and keep the flow. So when how retaliator or senior flow of the game, and it's going to be more highlighted. Yeah, what's this? Why are you slapping that man? Red card. Whereas if you go in, we are going to slap every man that we see. Then it's just going to be flow of the game. So if you must decide before the game, are we going to be part of dark arts? If we are going to be part of dark arts, then every red card we will be happy about, or we won't be so shocked. And are we not going to be part of dark arts? And if you are not part of dark arts, it means they slap you on one cheek and you turn for the other cheek. And so yeah, but then now people might say, no, that's wrong, that's not football. So I think that's a good conversation to have, especially because of the upcoming AFCON that's coming. Yes, of course, there'll be more cameras for AFCON, but still, it's still one of those things that we need to address. So let me quickly just get to the comment section here. Buffet too hard. It's been a while since this video started that I was not reading the comments. So these are the comments. Buffet too. So we've got Mr. Coach, and he is saying, hooray, from the beginning, he was saying, hooray, the behavior was bad. And, sometimes you just need to sit back and absorb this kind of pressure when it comes from Africa. Next comment by also him is like, it's a painful lesson away in Africa. We have to start using the system yabona. So he's actually saying, don't try and beat them, join them. That's why we need that conversation. And then after that, he also says, North Africans don't usually mistreat us. The worst you'll get is the lasers and the reasonable dark arts, not that nonsense from DRC. That's why I'm saying, well, there's a difference between the dark arts are West Africa and the dark arts are North Africa. They're both anti-football, but they're different. Tabiso Etadaso he still got it. And then Mr. Coach was like, Hoto's miss was still poor, yes, but we lost that game in DRC, not at home. Lutando is like, yeah, the way they played, it really, really pissed him off. We shouldn't have gone down to penalties. Funny thing is that we normally do well on penalties domestically, but go CAF, we haven't had that kind of luck. Mr. Coach's theory might be something, Buffet too. Lucky Shabalala said Limpopo is qualified. The game that will play at DRC will be live. I think that's a joke. Unless there's okay, Limpopo has to be Lupopo. It has to be. And so I think he's saying Lupopo is Limpopo. I don't know. It looks like a joke to me. Lucky, please clarify that one for me. I'm a bit slow sometimes, guys. Harder, especially at the comments. And then Tabiso looks like Tabiso again. Ntantla, sharp. He's like, okay, that's why that gutted comment went with exactly what he said. And so if he's saying the line is terrible, I can just move him from the scene like that. Thank you very much for trying to join this EV Max thing. Sometimes it wants you to have very good internet, but once you are there, you are there. Sharpo, I think we can now successfully, properly move on to topic number 2. Even though this topic I feel a topic, and now it's about it's even more towards what the thumbnail is saying. Basically, we feel like the only thing equal to CAF is league, right? Is the league. I mean, obviously, but so
before you continue, I just want to add something there.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So this morning, obviously, after what we went through on Saturday, I didn't want to find out anything regarding CAF about Sundowns and Chiefs and Stellenbosch.
You didn't want to hear about Africa.
Yeah, and now when I actually check now, I see all of them scored like proper 4-1 Stellenbosch, 3-1 Chiefs. So it's like
I haven't even checked myself.
Now it's like, oh, It's like, oh, since Pirates is out, we can at least fight so that we can get our spots there in the squad. No, maybe zero to half one, yeah, because
Eish, come on, Ben, don't do that, dog.
because
Come on, bro. Don't do.
Come on.
Or paganification
to
ya
get home,
wanyana no.
Eh?
Paganification of the national team ya no.
No.
Mr. Ben, don't sound so confident. Eish. And the thing is with you, when you look confident, I'm afraid, because you usually say things that make sense.
No,
is that something that would happen? I wonder.
At the end of the day,
yeah,
Africa fit to speed like Nkotha is playing a Lebo Ronaldo because he played CAF. He's earning 20 million. He's earning 20 million because he played CAF. And vele ku CAF vele na tshwenya away vele na kora. So you see. So now if we are already out, I'm sure we fought with it. We've done, I can credit what went down on Saturday, but we're still out. And now, if December dlala AFCON, and then our players aren't showing up, then obviously go World Cup of it to the players are Pirates to over few.
Aye, man. Don't depress me like that, Mr. Penn. That's not one of the topics, man.
Yeah, it's just the reality, dude.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, true. Okay, Bafetu. So, how important is the league now, Bafetu? How important is winning the league? Not the league, not doing well in the league. Coming away with that brand new trophy. How important does it become for Ouaddou? Does it become a make or break, or are we just looking at the football still?
Mr. Chaos, let's hear your view.
If he does not win the league, please take him out. Let's find another coach. That's how much important it is right now for us to win the league. We can't afford to give another chance because we've been waiting for the league for how long? So it's a make or break really for Ouaddou. Hey man, he's got the weight of his shoulders. I know it's gonna cost him a lot if he does not win the league. So let Dr. Evan Kozamo take him out if he does not win.
Word to Mr. Koza.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a tough one. Okay, I can already hear. Obviously, you've made it clear your stance on it. I'll ask you more nuanced questions right after we hear.
Yes.
Namfethu, I wanna vele after Mbutu must know me, Stabas no shapa Tamkwararo. Kutule Makosi around in Jimo, Harry Thomas Stadium Barre. Hi, Bafethu, this season league ya Pirates. Le Makosi Bacho,
That's so sweet of them.
After what we saw the day, after what they also saw the days, like it's my feature. I whatever with the league because I'm feature. I'm feature. Ulus the CAF Premier round. Sometimes I really busy for the Africa. I know Plobile, Mumzansi, and then our Kai League. Oh yeah.
Okay, no, the Takas are not your fault, but the league is in your hands, Chief.
And on Takas next Momo League Moncha. More all to let you, but Tanzer to let Piligari 3-0. That's all. That's why, like, how I see it, and I mean, this is, I mean, Paulo Vele, I not there for,
Yep.
but as if we want to show hore vele, if the team Leone want to show the coach about from Fetu, we are ahead and we are going to make it right this season. Obviously, Magesi we're Shabak Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and then back in weekend Ohlaba Sundowns convincingly. I 1-0 what total convinced the way Ranamara Shabilin last season Barcaeli 4-1.
Yeah.
You know, it showed that they wanted the league. Let us transfer a nice good feature three, not too many, just three. And then later Rasamenta or no, this season Rotola 6 points from Sundowns. Certa Sokolis Kukuni da Mara Sundowns Retava next weekend. That's just how I see it.
Listen to this pressure now, Bafetu. No, it's tough pressure. I mean, sure. Obviously, it makes sense.
If let's say no recovery, you scored 5 goals this weekend, and then we go to the group stage, and then you beat Magesi, and then you draw, lose against Sundowns. It would have been you did a lot last weekend for you to, go through to the group stages. Now we are out of the group stages.
Yep.
I mean, you have to deliver, Fitch. Pelwas delivering, Fitch, Luena, Spanish by in jeopardy soon. But all I'm saying, Fitch, I'm definitely confident to know Fitch of the league. And the only thing I need a main priority right now is Saturday Sundowns, convincingly.
Yeah, that's right.
Convincing.
And not just the league, my man. Be the couple take off.
Yeah. The cup feed they were so good.
The cup is a topping of fella, man.
Pela no.
Phela hanka wina di cup tse ka fela is going to sa careful vele wa bona
Marley League tshantse be teng ida.
It's just, what this remind me of, guys.
Number one, Mara at the cup.
This reminds me of the. You know when you go as much and say leisure leisure the bread and chips. In other words, park the pass. Like when I park the pass, sometimes when the chips are too good and who the Russian and who the cheesy, you end up not finishing the bread. You guys have noticed that, no? So now that once happened, and then my friend is like, I'm like, man, I'm seeing I'm full. I'm like, let's just leave this bread. It's like, hey, so now that we are out of the CAF, there's no more chips, there's no more Russians, there's no more fish, there's no more pretty things on the plate. It is bread and chips, and you have to eat it all now. And leave nothing for no one else domestically. Even Mr. Coach came in here with a comment, I want a domestic treble. And I mean, I can't blame a Pagania for being that demanding. Domestic treble, for now, that's a little bit of a hard one, actually, to expect. But I do know that we're good enough for any trophy that you can think of. It's like it is what it is. When it comes to the league, thank you, Magesi. Magesi have been so nice, and they're even nicer when you're in Soweto. Have you noticed? Friends of Paganea, Magesi, thank you for prophesying Horikero leaky. We won't disappoint you, but when it comes to that man and his job being on the line, the question mark you.
I wouldn't say job on the line.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
But next lose against Sundowns. Mara pitch. Like I think Lena coaching fit is even hungrier. So I'm definitely sure this week in Jitsu Shapedi 3-0.
3-0 merchants this week.
And then Kwanje, we have games in hand, obviously, because of the cups that we've been playing, and then CAF. So once CAF is out, Sundowns Tabang games in hand FC, and then they will have to catch up. So I don't know if they can do, they can do what we couldn't last season.
That's also another big positive. The fact that you're not area the games in hand. Now they're coming firmly to us. There's going to be a point in the season, probably mid-season or wherever, where we're just many games ahead of other teams, especially our rivals, and we'll be like, oh, we're not going to win the fixture. Let's match number bang. Oh, we're not going to win top of the log. You'll have to catch up. So, Yasin, when it comes to the whole catch-up football, catch-up situation in terms of the league, I'm excited to see that, actually. For us to be front runners and everybody else has to catch up. That is something that does actually excite me in the fact that, hey, it's just us in the league now. So you're saying, does his job rest on the league? So now, can you please remind me, how was Jose's first season? What were his accolades? How far did he get in CAF and whatever? Just to try to be fair to our coaches.
I know coach is watching there and he's in the comments. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. But first season when he arrived, he took the MTN 8 and then the Nedbank Cup. And then he was second place. And then I'm not sure if that season we did play CAF, but if we did, then Joaneng didn't sit a little more. Then second season showcase, I know Vele second on the log.
Yeah.
MTN 8, Nedbank Cup, and then Joaneng kicked us out again.
Mm-hmm.
And then that season, now Joaneng Vele came on and then we made it to the semi-finals. And then still number 2, and then Nedbank Cup, Arakola Chizurlio, at least 2 plays silver Wenyan in 10 years. I'm not the MTN 8.
So now when it comes to expectations, we are saying, okay, Fede, it's your first, here's 2 things that I think, nah? It's his first season. Everybody's first season is just their first season. We have to accept that. A. B, we have to look at where he's coming from. So Jose Awine, those 2 trophies and the position that he got, we'll just have to look at what he was coming from to see whether it's an improvement or not. I get that's the other thing. And so with this one, we know where this coach is coming from, and he's gotten a whole host of new players. I think I can concede. I'm not gonna use that as a beat to stick to beat him with anymore. If ever he doesn't do well, I'll be like, oh no, you have so many players, you should be doing better. You have so many players, you should be doing better. I know that I started the season like that, but I'm more inclined in giving him more flowers just by handling everything, because I was actually ready for him not to be able to handle all these new players. So so he's got a bunch of new players. He's taking a team that obviously is what we are calling it a winning team, with the 2 trophies. And so are we saying the domestic treble will be him outdoing himself, or will it be, I know, you did the job?
Obviously because of last season's semi-finalist. Now you had like last season's finalist. Pyramids just so happened to score that goal. But we're in, When I got that goal, we're in. If anything, that's the goal that got aside to these clubs.
Yes.
Anyway, So you see, playing at that level, we were so close to having an all South African final. The South African team was going to get a second star. So obviously now our expectation, just like how how it's been with Sundowns, they've gone to the semifinals so many times, quarterfinals, then next season semifinals, then semifinals, then now the final. So it's every season trying to get a little bit better. So with us, we didn't even get an opportunity to get a little bit better this season in terms of CAF. We were worse than what we were last season. But in terms of everything else domestically, if he wins the Carling and then he wins the Nedbank Cup and is number 2 in terms of direct comparison to Jose Rivero, he's actually doing better because Rivero won 2 trophies in his first two seasons, whereas Ouaddou would have won 3 trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so no Grand Sharp if anything. Tshwantse re qofe Carling, tshwantse re qofe league. Well, because our expectation couldn't re batla CAF Champions League to replace that re batla Premier League, Betway Premiership, and then Netbank. Obvious MTN 8 is already in the bag. Carling, we've got 3 games to go, quarterfinal, semi-final, 3 games to go, win, get another cup, and then one Nedbank Cup later. If we can just do that, then I am fit. Coach Shaka sign I'm surely contract extension 2-3 more years.
Yeah. That's one of the things actually, because he was only given a 2-year contract. So yeah. I think I agree, Mr. Penn. What's up? I think I wholeheartedly agree. 2 cups, yo. Nah, Hakar Black Label at
2 cups are
Nedbank.
cool,
Nedbank, Black Label is Sundowns. Assign like a January, just 1 point in the league. How much has his football justified him so far, Fede? Like, you know how it is with football, Fitz. Rulani can have the best football in the land until Asawini. So with the football that you've seen so far by this man, right now, Onana, can 2 cups save him, or he needs the league, or else he's on thin ice.
In fact, we can't do 2 cups. 2 cups, even if I go coach there, I'll get 2 cups.
Yeah, no. We have to put in petitions here. If that's what Ben is saying, because I actually think the football is kind of revolutionary when it comes to South Africa. I've never seen a team that presses like that in South Africa. Never.
And Vichupolia thing excellent. But I just wanted to highlight the 2 cups part.
Okay,
so it was stock standard. It comes with the badge. So now in terms of the football, now I'd say it's a whole different. It's a whole different team actually compared to last season. Why is because last season we played football like no one or we don't have midfielders enough midfield to even rotate. So
there we go.
I think even I don't know, maybe Nenaldo also had that thing, right? Don't give midfielders the ball too much, you'll get them injured and we don't have enough there on the bench. So you Magesi
don't give them too much to do. Yeah.
So when you have the ball, the only person you must look for is the winger there. when you have the ball, the only person you must look for there.
Yeah.
You see, or Mahoba, and that was the football that we played. Fairly, there would be some moments here and there, but we played long balls. We did well with them, but we played a lot of long balls. Sometimes then we put in Kabelo Zamin, and then he would maybe just play shorter, more accurate long balls, but we'd still continue with that.
Yeah.
And then
Hutu was shining with those long balls. Yeah.
exactly. Hoto bamgaya now. When
Yeah.
fucking cuts in and then Hoto is alone, you see. So I guess Leona it got to a point where kremeha, there's the fatigue, there's that thing okay, if you wanna deal with the attack, just bully that boy in Gotada, kick him a few times, and then you've minus that wing entirely.
Yeah.
The same thing, so feditse ka Bafana ba on the wing, and then we paralyzed, and then we don't have anyone to put on into the pitch to, give you a solution.
Yeah, no.
Now, this season, firstly, Komrao, we say that CMA Mboga's combination, and then what we do go left back, where Hoto is a left back, but like another winger type of thing. This season we do it with the right side, Kasbilibili.
Yeah, we have more than enough now. Hey, Hutu. You even have backup, Mr. Hutu. What? Feeds backup.
Exactly. You don't even have Hutu's backup.
Yeah.
And then we've got ball playing midfielders. If anything now, even Yombata, like Pelambata, I watched him from when he got to Pirates. I didn't understand him for a long time because every time I saw him, he was fouling a player.
Sure.
And then
sure.
how Monaco squatting got 2 goals early from long range, and he was now Mr. Amatalenta Wafani. And then obviously I started paying attention more. Came on the goals, the Korang. Remember seeing the 2 long ranges he scored against Marumo when we had that 8-1. But now he, like in terms of build up, he wasn't that good. His passes weren't so great, but in terms of interception and all those things, he was excellent.
True.
Yeah. So now this season, because of that competition there in the midfield and him playing with Mbuli, he's such a great passer now. Like,
great.
so
Next about great in future. Great.
No, much better.
Okay.
If you don't pass properly, the bench is there waiting for you, nigga. There's so many midfielders that wanna play this season.
So now he's accepting that and actually passing to the intended recipient.
Let me even put it to you this way, Fitch. This season, I get it, this season, but I think that those first 2-3 games, Mbata wasn't playing. Then Mbata came on the game, Sundowns. And then
definitely. His first leg,
and he was playing very well.
And playing very well and passing very well, 2 different very wells. But yeah.
But it's much better than last season. But better. Look, overall, Mbata, like I'll put it to you this way. The first leg we played in the league, the first game, Lincoln left us last season. Mbata was injured. We got 4-1, they left us. The next game, Mbata's on the pitch, and then we win 2-1. Fairly they did score, but they only scored 1, and the midfield wasn't as dominated as it was when he was not there. So why not impact a high drastic Juan? So now him being able to just passing between spaces, and even though Chekadi highlights that it's a Lupopo, the goal that they disallowed the arena, Kimbato sharpling a nice beautiful ball like Tito in the Tito convert. So much better. Much better.
Okay, I
And
think
so
we know the importance of the league. Okay, no, you can touch on that last thing. I was just saying, Hore, I think we know importance of the league, and the next one, ke Homofa rating, because I think those are actually two things together. I don't think I want to spend too much time on that rating. So we know the importance of the league, and we have been talking about how he has been doing so far. So also in the chats, just with what we've said so far, we might just touch on one or two other things. But when I say rating, I don't want a number because I feel like numbers are a little bit too loaded sometimes. So just a between bad, good, great, and outstanding. Langtola. You can rate him like that. When I'm Mr. Penny, you can finish that thought and then just give that rating, yeah?
okay, yeah. So clearing this is in having more wingers, the dynamic at the wingers, and the more ball playing midfielders. It just made us be more
complete.
Yeah, we're more complete. We can hold you with the long ball. We can hold you with 1, 2, 3, 4 touches inside. We can, like, even now when we're speaking about this team, no one is actually talking about the fact that we managed to score 3 goals against a team that just put every man behind the ball. Like, they were here to pack the bus. They were not here to. We were not here trying to press them and all those things. We just made sure we so if we are able to crack through, I remember there were times where in which like Jose Riviero came in Zima, not the only plan he had go Rafa Kabelo Zamini, he'll do something.
With the set piece, Nyana.
Yeah, or something, or long ball, something. Now, you see how the coach Conore first half maybe we're deadlocked and maybe we miss a chance here and there, and then second half I feel up here, sub there, and then our next thing which we are flying on the wings and then goals come out. So yeah, another coach is doing well. I would say King already great and outstanding. I'll put him below outstanding because outstanding would have been if we went through.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Ewe Vele, Gabon or Vele, experience Vele, I can admit it does count because if, say, for instance, Kimang, if let's say, for instance, Hugo Bros was the coach Pirates and him having played African football so much, I'm sure he would have been wise enough to tell his squad or Eba Fitch, they're gonna play dirty and all those things. You guys must handle it this way and that way. Right, well. So Ewe Velek is something Lorengi, he'll spend the rest of the season learning how to do next season. So
yeah.
For now,
just below outstanding. Let's give him great.
For now, Fetu, Leona great Fetu was winning league. Yeah, for Leon.
Obvious. Obvious, bitch. Okay, great. No, I hear you. You actually said something that goes along with the comment. But usually we do show the comments. There's just a technical reason why I'm not showing the comments, and Gerato who wants one by one. So this is not the norm, but I am reading them. So I saw this comment here. Tabiso Ntlantla said he says, I'm so disappointed. Would I be unfair if I said the boys owe us everything left to fight for this season? Meaning, Vela no cup goes unwon. Would it be unfair? I don't know. And then Mr. Coach said, I'm 100% with you. I want everything that's left. If we can reverse a 3-0 loss, then we are capable of anything. That's how he said he wants a domestic treble. And then Antlanta came through and said, there's no way. I want to know, there's no way like a low block. No. So we must win every game. Exactly. I know the Pagania heart is beating in unison. Yeah. And then Mr. Chaos said, I came off 5 Ouaddou alone now because of MTN 8. He passes because he has inherited from past season. See, exactly what I was saying. You're saying he inherited a good team. And so far, Mbata over Nemtajela. We're not there yet. Let me like the topic before we talk about them. But yes, we will talk about Mbata versus Nemtajela. Okay, cool. So you're saying you're giving him a 5 basically because you are being super critical about us leaving the tournament, which I cannot blame you for. You are a Pagania fan and you want excellence. Danko for the opinion, Mr. Coach. By the time we play Sundowns, we will have played 2 games in 13 days with a full week's rest. In that same period, they will have played 2 games in 13 days. And I think we will have had a full week's rest. Let me just read the rest. And then he says, in that same period, we have played 4. Whoa. Okay, let me stop commenting and just read the comments. By the time we play Sundowns, they will have played 2 games in 13 days with a full week's rest. In that same period, we will have played 4 and only have had 4 days to prepare for them, and it won't be easy. Fade. And then he also said we don't have to beat Sundowns this weekend to win the league. Hey, and he said, considering the circumstances, a draw won't be a train smash, and we'll hammer them in the second round when we play them at home. I understand, Mr. Kuchu. So he's still saying, let's not look at granular games. We do want to win the league, and we will win the league, but it doesn't mean if we lose against Sundowns, it's the end of the world. That is for you, Mr. Pen. And then Amindlos came through. So Pirates will win this league. If you see that game for Saturday, they are fighting. They are fighters. Yeah. The league looks like it's ours. Mr. Ben and Fitzu, it's not even just us, like you're saying, Marcos Libo, Nabacho. Yeah. So, guys, like I said, I'll give you guys a chance to rate Ouaddou's showing so far. So, we are looking at the MTN 8, we are looking at the CAF, we are looking at the league, and that one game against the very, very, very resilient Swilili. And I'll say Yazin Mfetu. I'll be the one to say outstanding. I can't promise, nobody can promise, or I don't know what the word is that I want to use, but when you lose 3-0 with the third goal being scored 100 and something minute in a normal game behind closed doors with dark arts.
And then AstroTurf Field.
AstroTurf Field, Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, Jürgen Klopp, there's no one you can name that could have negotiated that well. And you know what?
And equator.
That time he equated a water break. See, if they really wanted to do dark arts, they would have cancelled the water break, but then they would have killed them also. So they they allowed that one. But I just wanted to say, strategically wise, even though we have no idea what the tactics were, what I saw is that BC was playing sharp. Why didn't Mbata play? That's a question mark. But what I'm seeing is that Coach Ouaddou probably / obviously knows Horwetsalang Africa, right? So I'm thinking what he did, was that he was like, they're going to play dark arts. Me parking the bus that side is not going to work because I know what they're going to do. So my decision is to go all out attack in Africa. If I die, I die, because I'm not going to get the decisions I'm supposed to get. Everything is going to be against me. So if I do get opportunities in attacking positions, I'm going to take them same time once, and I would rather have the players on the pitch like Nemtajela, because you putting Nemtajela in the midfield with MasterChef is you saying that I am attacking in this game. So I actually want to give him an extra flower for that, and that's why I give him outstanding, because he could have maybe tried to go park the pass that side, and we could have even, because when you try to park the bus, you're going to try and tackle a bit harder and whatever. So we could have had red cards from players that wouldn't have been able to play in the second leg. Who knows? But my thinking is that he probably went all out attack in Africa. And hey, football is football, and how you play today determines your future. And our future was a matching of a 3-0. It's just that we can't study them because the cameras are never on for the penalties. And so when you look at Coach Abdeslam Ouaddou himself, he did absolutely everything that he could have. So Nakim Kaya, outstanding. I'm going to see if there's anything in the comments in terms of that rating. There isn't anything, so it means we can move on from there.
Madam, I have a question, me.
What?
So, when it's outstanding to go away and lose 3-0.
We are only two of us in this stream, and you heard exactly what I said. That's not what I said. He said that man does not kick the ball. He can only tell them what to do. And when it comes to instruction and tactics and all of that, 10 out of 10. Even with a 3-0 loss. And I gave Bale 3. That's, I would rather say maybe 2-0. But I can't accept 3-0 against a Dark Arts team. 120 minutes. I can't. I just can't. I'll tell my children that it had to be reallowed. They disallowed the goal, and I'll just tell them tales about what happened in Lubumbashi that day. But yeah, outstanding from my side. You couldn't have done better, in my opinion. Aware. And Mr. Coach thinks he was just naive. That's his comment. No, so what about
that's also what I'm trying to say as well. It was just inexperience, because if it was any experienced coach would know team yaku Congo what to expect.
Devil's advocate, I'll have people, at least they can agree upon something a batang ho etsa sense, but ke a le bona hore le tswa ka di badge, when I Mr. Coach. No, but it makes sense. Look, it actually makes sense. Yeah.
Please put it like this.
They're expecting absolutely nothing, and so you play like you expect nothing. Don't go there trying to win as if your football can overcome whatever's going to happen there. But
yes, yeah. Ankara, you don't know. You don't know. When you don't know, obviously, you'll just go there as naive as you are, trying to play a normal game, and then only to find out that they're kicking you every 2 seconds off the ball and all those funny things. So, having more, okay, while in Nagiri, it was just a bit of inexperience. Most more players are how very different. So, you've got players like Nemtejelane. At the end of the day, yes, we will Pirates, yes, it's good, but at the end of the day, keep players on Marumo Kalens. When the pictures are high 2-3 years ago, so this guy, you are taking him and then you are playing him in the biggest stage in Africa. All nervousness, bully off the ball and all those things.
True.
And then he's not the only one. There's other players that are there that are new in that level of football. So now the coach is new in the level of football, and then a couple of players in the squad are also new in the level of football. So who the cracks amongst the foundation there. But if you see the coach was experienced enough, not like Mrem, so because Mrem like first time at the CAF. So don't fight, don't do this, don't do that. But push a discipline, they're gonna provoke you and all those things. Just don't retaliate, because if you retaliate, you get a red card. If no experience in faith, you are not dealing and those moments would have changed the game.
True. Fade. I see where he could have gone wrong. But that's just your opinion, Mr. Pen. What do you guys think? You guys, whether you're watching it live or you are in the comments, we also want to hear yours. Lerona is just our opinions. This Carabona got the microphone, the earphone. Now, Lerona having next arrive on a game. Okay, guys. Mr. Ben. this is a hot topic. It's a hot topic. And the way Kadilo so isusile. Mbata versus Nemtajela. Who deserves the start? What's supposed to happen? What is Ouaddou supposed to think? How must it decide? And yes, it's not just for you, Mr. Pen. It's for everybody. Mapagane Mbata versus Nemtajela. There are people on Mbata's side. There are people on Nemtajela's side. And it seems like if you're on Nemtajela's side, it's like Nemtajela and Ouaddou go together on that side. So I don't know if that's true or not. I might just be making it up. But it just seems like Batlila Bali too. And then so they kind of seem like yeah. And Mr. Coach, I don't know if the cameras were on when he said it, but he was like, let's just accept Uguti. Ouaddou doesn't like Mbata. What is your stance on the matter?
Now to say hore.
By the way, sorry, can I just make this disclaimer? I am not a person who, when it comes to versus is Pirates versus the world. There's no infighting. You would say, hey, I don't like this person. We are all one team, you know. So
no, of course.
Yeah. No, it's just that ish, you know. But we're all one team. We love them all. Now, let's debate.
Okay, so starting lineups are last season. We all know it. I'd say the only two players who are injured in the starting lineup would be Van Rooyen and
Nkota Saleo. Van Rooyen is injured.
Okay, Nkota Saleo, and then
Mofuki is not a main player anymore.
But I'm just saying they care those that you cannot select. Oh, Lema Kaula.
Okay, sharp. Tango. Yeah.
So, with that said, as much as we can talk about Jose's squad and all those things, Ouaddou's squad is a new squad. It's a different squad. It's not like the last season squad. So, for instance, Mbule utlilele coach. Masindi utlilele coach. Okay, and then our police, Musvilebele, I think but you see the players that he came with himself, he'll obviously build around them and
obviously okay, Fede,
yeah. So I would just say no, it's still rotating it out, trying it out. But I do know as the season progresses, you have both of them as an option. It's not something Lorini, I think maybe Masindu Tozala the rest of the season and then Mbata is gonna be on the bench the rest of the season. No, I just think, especially how our coach does things. Every game is a new game, is a different game, is a different memo. What happened in the previous game, we leave it there. And then in this game, if it needs us to not have a number 9, we'll play without a number 9. In this game, if it means that we're going to substitute Tito before halftime, that's what we're going to do. So I would say it's a game-by-game thing. So if now, like Rosala Sundowns.
Mr. Pen, can you please turn the fan down or off? I don't know if it's if the volume is high of the fan or Ganjani is just a little bit loud. Or turn on echo cancellation. I'm not sure if it works on your side. I have a echo cancellation, or you have a third option of pressing yes when I try to do your settings. Danko. Okay. Yeah, your echo cancellation and everything is on. Fit. Okay, it sounds much better now. Yeah, carry on. Sure.
So I was saying, every game every game is a new game. It requires a different memo. So if let's say against Magesi, you fit you. I don't believe or after Saturday's game you could lose against Magesi go Orlando after the whole country saw what happened there. So then you start Butuma, boost his confidence, what dancing, and then weekend play against Sundowns, then you put Mbacha in, or more Fagama DVA, and then the next weekend to Fagambata. But I don't think I would say Coach Amo Frostani. Mbacha, it's just a matter of at the end of the day, Coach Shapa squad so high. I remember how even in the beginning, Radio Pani Astra Kamoli, and then Mbutumali bench, and then Mahopa Le Mabasa were in the stands. And then the first few games were like Coach Harati Mabasa and things like that. So I just think it's that. It's a big squad, rotation. So we'll see as the season goes.
Let me quickly read this comment from Mr. Kochu. And there's also a couple of comments from Sister Nomsa. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. So, but obvious. Done.
Yeah, that's obvious.
But over Nimtajala, thank you very much. Thank you, Nomsa. And then Ouaddou has been making tactical errors. He should not. Askar Poragausan. That's how I read it. And then Mr. Coach Are, we shouldn't be choosing. There are games for Mbat and there are games for Masindi and games where they should both play too. Luli and Nemtajela have gotten way too many minutes in his opinion, and Mbata should be playing more. Mbata is an international player and he's actually improved this season, like you were saying, Mr. Penn, and he deserves better. Nomsa came through at the end and said, I worry about our coach and whether he uses data analysis to determine his team for the day. Jose was brilliant at this. Okay. And then this is not to say that Jose was perfect. Mr. Coach, in the comments, please remind me, did you say, Jorge, when Jose got signed to Al Ahly, he went with specifically his data analyst, or was it somebody else? Because that would be very interesting, especially looking at Nomsa's comment. Now, so there's two nuances here for me. There is profile and role, of course. I get it. So if they were playing two very different, okay, they're playing the same position. They are both eights. Okay, they are both eights. Are they both box-to-box eights? Are they both the passing kind of eights? And question mark. So obviously, if there was that much of a difference in how they play, then it would be simple to say, if I want this kind of attribute, I'll play this guy, and if I want a different attribute, I'll play that guy. Sharp. So roles that are determined by a profile is what I want to press over here. Sharp. The next thing, now, there are some games there, Mr. Penn. There are some games where you realize, I don't know what to do tactically here. We might be matched tactically, me and this opposition that I'm about to face. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my best players. And then that's where it also becomes like, okay, no, if you're saying you've matched them tactically and this decision that you're making is not necessarily tactical about who to put on, and it's just about putting who's a better player, that's where this conversation gets a little bit more complicated, because the way they are, I don't know how much we can put them apart in terms of role and strengths and weaknesses and all of that stuff. So what do, let's say for you, if you have that selection headache and you realize, I'm just going to put in who is a better player. I don't care about role. I don't care about tactics in this game. I'm just going to put in the better player. Who would you put in?
But obvious.
Yeah, and the way Nomsa said obvious, but it seems like it's becoming now more and more unanimous in P2.
No, it's obvious. I'd also say it's obvious because let's say Ouaddou but are playing at Pirates for 3 seasons and squad. Masindi, we've only started seeing him now. So we do know the best capabilities and worst attributes but we don't know Masindi. So time will tell if overall he is a better midfielder than Mbata. But as it stands, Mbata is much better than him.
Okay. My opinion, yeah. My opinion is that this guy is I'm just laughing at a comment here. Yeah, Noms. Hey, Noms, I will kill you with comments sometimes, but I'll read it just now. When it comes to me, dude, for me it's actually pretty simple. Mbata should be playing unless there's a mitigating factor. If you're playing Masindi, you are blooding him in hanyan the same way as, not the very same way, mara Shaba Mutuma, Shaba Moremi, if Thingy was fit, if Mufking was fit, he wouldn't be the first name on the team sheet like he is right now. Right now, Mufking is not fit. Moremi will play and he will start. We know that now. The only way you could do what you're doing, or the only way you could now replace Mbata, you would have to be now being, you would have to be a player that's being bought for the position, because position area shorter, and then I can justify this new player playing game in and game out. Why does it even seem like there's even a question mark between Nemtashela and the Master Chef? I don't know. I'm not asking that question. Maybe I'm reading into something too much. But it just seems like Nemtashela is being elevated to a point where we're supposed to wake up one day and put him as the first name on our team sheets even. So I think that's why there's a little bit of that debate. I think Nemtashela should be coming in. It looks like the coach just wants to throw him in. Especially like the way we were saying, Africa, the issue is that you should be playing way more experienced players than even trying Nemtashela from the start. So you understand, especially because there are people to play that position. If there was a period of time where we could say Nemtashela has to play because people are injured for a while, because people are injured for a while and there's no one else to play, I understand. But to be above so many people on in the picking order is a little bit something to look at, just to look at. Fade. So let me look at these comments. Listen to, okay, I think let me go up a bit. Yes, Nomsare, how do you play a match you need to win with multiple goals without a striker? There's no then go on to regret not fielding Mabasa. Hey, and he said it out loud, Lena. There he gave Nomsa all the ammunition. And then Are, listen to his interviews. He doesn't sound like he studies these games. Just replying to the fact that Ouaddou is just setting teams without actually tactically analyzing the team before. And then Mr. Coach, he said, Pirates' entire analysis team comes from Stellenbosch. Jose only took his assistant that he had already brought. Okay, sharp. Feed. Don't go, Mr. Coach. And then Masindi is a great footballer. He just needs gradual selection. Games on consequences, or the games that have high stakes, they need experienced footballers. Danko, you are saying what I was saying also. Thank you. And then this coach and throwing people in, same WhatsApp group. Yeah, she agrees with that also. And also remember what he did the first 2 games. No, he's over that, no, sir. Stop talking about his first 2 games, okay? Even the log doesn't remember. No, but Fede, yeah. It is an attribute of his that we can say, he seems to be doing that all the time. And then one day Ouaddou is going to throw Kwaiba and expect him to perform. And evidence that Ouaddou, with all his talent, he is still learning. That is the evidence. His deep end throwing thing that he do that he does in these games is just to show who's no fit. He might be a great coach, but he's still very much inexperienced. Still in his first season, guys. This is his first full season coaching a club, guys. Let's not forget that, guys. All right, Mr. Pen. I think we've chosen Mbata. It's unfair that Nimtajola is even in this conversation. I'd rather be saying Mbata versus Mbule. I feel like that's more of a fair argument. I just, as the host, I have to look at both sides and try to make them both make like they look like they make sense. So yeah, Danko. The last topic here is the Magesi preview. I think all I need from you is for you to be like, it's going to be an easy game and 3-0. So just an opinion about the game and a score prediction.
Yeah, damn fit you 3-0. Minimum might just give them more. And then on the I'm not saying it's an easy game. It's just a game. This is also why I believe we must beat Sundowns. These next two games, they're not games like that. They're not games because of like it's just a culling game. It's a culling game coming from being knocked out by Team Area DRC, having fought so hard. Because at the end of the day, as much as we lost the day on penalties, we still did win 3-0 in Orlando. So we just have to continue the same spirit. One of them has apologized to us as fans by beating Magesi properly, and then by also beating what do you call this? By beating Sundowns. And then now we know Rice and Chimbu coach who happy people again, and then it's eating 3-0.
Let's take these defending champions out of here. Let's go be champions.
But look, with this one, we have no excuse not to win it. Chiefs and Sundowns are already out. So just finish, just to my case, 2 more games after that, second cup in the bag, and then we keep moving. So, Coach Leonardo, I have no reason not doing this.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything I would like to correct from that. I like the scoreline, 3-0. Even in the preview, if we do the preview, it's probably going to come out in the morning. I would actually ask for a very good 3-0. Let me just quickly check for the other details of the fixture. Impact. Okay, what 3-0? Escotini also. So the coach must just. He probably. Guys, for you coach the stadium all the time. Does he have a chant yet? What?
Coach? No.
Okay, sharp. No, if he had a chant, I was gonna be like, that chant is not for Mahala. You have to go. You have to go do something against Magesi now. No sulking, no nothing. Let's just go. Let's convert. Let's get the spirits back up. For me, it's one of those things that split your heart when you are sad about a 3-0 win. You get the penalty. On another day, you'll be like, well done, boys. But it came with a heavy heart, that 3-0. So give us the real 3-0 now, please, Mr. Ouaddou. Another cup game. More stakes at hand. Must be very tough being the Orlando Pirates. Coach, I agree with the 3-0. Before we log off, Buffet 2, if you guys want to give your score predictions, you have about 30 seconds to do that. Just a couple more comments for me to read, but then we can wrap it up, Mr. Ben. You've been a really good spot. Everybody must just show. What network do you use, Mr. Ben? Or what internet do you use? Is it fiber?
Fiber, of course.
5 on this software. But you know what I'll do, guys? If I see already this software is causing too much internet problems, we're gonna go back to Facebook. I'll just nuance it a bit. It's just that I don't like the way Facebook looks on the screen. But if you're a conversation, I'll have to go back to your Facebook and learn up, Mr. Ben. The only 2 people who are using fiber in the stream are the only 2 standing. Meaning I have to think about it a bit. Maybe phone network in a lopetanyana, but feed. Last couple of comments over here. Nomsa Singh is agreeing with Tepo about the coach being naive and him possibly having the capability of throwing in Kwaiba unprovoked. And then Ati, somebody said Mbule is not a 10. I know I've said that before. If you're throwing shots at me, I am blocking them with a very and then Ati, can we please rotate against Magesi Kancane man. Nduli doesn't want to see him on the field. Masindi doesn't want to see him. Tito, all of them doesn't not want to see them start, which makes sense. It's just that it's high stakes and we're going into the game with heavy hearts. So I don't know. And then Nomsa Ne?
Yeah.
But Tito has been playing. Would that be a rest? I don't know.
No, Tito and Kirkona were injured. When did he play? The game before King Ele, where he was man of the match. He was on fire. King Polokwane seat. Was it Polokwane seat?
Yeah, it was Polokwane.
Yeah. So Lino just give him more game time, and then weekend you start him, or start Mbude, bring him second half. I don't like both of them on the field.
Okay. And then Nomsare Mbule is a great holder of the ball. Does he distribute creatively as a 10 should? And then just that emoji to think about it really. Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Let's look at the stats, man. Nomsa's right. If look at the stats. How many assists does Mbule have this season?
No, I can understand that, but he hasn't been playing in the 10 for Paganea exclusively that much, I guess. So,
yeah, 10 go squatting.
Go squatting, yeah, but that's a whole different set of instructions.
True.
Yeah, feed. But yeah, loving it. I loved it. I do love Bucks Chat therapy sessions. The questions that you have for yourself, and you know, if you live in a house that's not full of Paganeas, you're never gonna get these things off your chest unless you go spanning and you're in a good environment. Mara house where you don't even want to be a Paganea when you get to work. So I feel like these are the sessions where we can cry in unison and as a unit. So for everybody who did tune in, thank you very much. We will try to do this again next Monday or sometime next week. But right now, everything is looking at the Carling knockout. Orlando Pirates versus Magesi. What do you think the score will be? Who do you want to see play? Who do you not want to see play? Please make sure you are subscribed so that you can see when we drop a video. Mr. Ben, I will give you a chance to see Vale and for you to motivate Amapaganea for the next game.
I say we now don't need for motivation, nigga.
well, I couldn't have put it better myself. What we need to do is just tune in, see the game, clap when we score, see we just want no injuries or anything like that. But all in all, we're confident going into tomorrow's game. Still crying. Hopefully we'll wake up with Africa far away in our brains and just looking forward into South Africa. And with that said, Buffet to say, Vala Tanko, Buffet 2, Pakistan Live.